next government of Canada. And when they do, all our efforts will be focused on one simple task: to unite our people again, to make them feel the strength that comes when Canadians know they are acting together. The road back to prosperity may be long, but we know which way will get us there. It's the Canadian way. Liberals understand the Canadian way. We know that economic recovery cannot be purchased at the price of leaving anyone out in the cold. We know that economic recovery means unlocking the creativity of every one of our citizens. That's the Canadian way.
The way of doing things in Canada is to show social solidarity and include everyone.
To treat everyone fairly while this crisis lasts, we need a common national standard of eligibility for employment insurance. But that's just the beginning, my friends, because a strategy of recovery must be a strategy for learning, investing in Canadians to create the jobs of tomorrow. Government cannot predict where the economic opportunities of the future will emerge, but government can prepare our people to seize those opportunities when they arise. We must create a society where learning is a way of life and learning is lifelong. A knowledge society where what counts is what you know, not who you know.
A society based on knowledge, where knowledge creates hope and opportunity.
Where every child gets an equal start with world-class early learning and childcare. Where women get equal pay for work of equal value. Where every student who gets the grades gets to go to the best education in the world. That means that every Aboriginal and Métis child gets a world-class, not a second-class education. And no Canadian ever has to struggle with the burden of illiteracy. And no Canadian with a disability ever faces obstacles that prevent them from serving their country and giving their best.
A Canada where every unemployed worker has the right to be trained for a new job. A Canada where all immigrants can work and fulfill their ambitions, just like my father did. A Canada where researchers and scientists are supported rather than abandoned by their government. A Canada where every creative person, artist, and movie maker knows that its federal government will do everything for them to be present and succeed internationally.
We are trying to build a Canada where hope and opportunity take root again in our farming communities, our small towns, our northern and remote regions. The way out of this slump is hard, but the direction is clear. In the Union Hall, yes, Ukal, in the Union Hall, in the lecture hall, in the concert hall, wherever one Canadian is teaching another to do something they never thought possible, there a far-sighted government must be to provide the resources to help everyone realize their full potential. My friends, let me tell you a little story about learning. I've seen what learning can do in my own constituency, the constituency that I have the honor to represent at Etobicoke Lakeshore. There were 6 students at Humber College, and they decided just this year for a class project to communicate with the astronauts on the International Space Station. They begged and borrowed, they worked flat out for months, and when they succeeded talking to those astronauts hurtling through space, you could see the astonishment on those young Canadian faces. They had surprised themselves. They had done something they did